5 signs you carry a hidden power that others can't ignore. There's something about you, something that makes people take notice. It's not your looks, it's not your money, it's not even the way you speak. It's something deeper, a presence, a strength, a power that people can't quite explain, but they feel it. And for some, it terrifies them, because real power isn't about status, fame, or dominance. In Islam, true power comes from within. It's a strength that, check, can't be faked, can't be bought, can't be stolen. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The strong believer is better and more beloved to Allah than the weak believer, though there is goodness in both." This means that power in Islam isn't about controlling others. It's about controlling yourself. A heart that stays firm, a soul that doesn't break, a presence that carries light wherever it goes. And here's the truth. Most people don't even realize when they have this power, but the world around them feels it, and it shakes them. So, how do you know if you carry this hidden power? There are 5 undeniable signs that you have been given a strength that others can't ignore. Let's uncover them one by one. Sign number 1. You stay calm when others panic. Most people break under pressure. The moment life gets tough, they start complaining, they start panicking, they lose control. But then, there's you. While others react emotionally, you stay calm. While they let fear take over, you remain steady. It's not that you don't feel the pressure, it's that you refuse to let it control you. And this terrifies people, because deep down, they wish they had your strength. They wonder, how can they stay so composed when everything is falling apart? But here's the secret. Your power doesn't come from yourself. It comes from your trust in Allah. The Prophet Muhammad said, "A strong person is not the one who overcomes others in wrestling, but the one who controls himself in anger." And Allah reminds us in the Quran, "Indeed, Allah is with those who are patient." Quran 2:153. That's why, no matter how much life tests you, you don't break. People raise their voices, but you lower yours. Chaos erupts, but you stay composed. Problems come, but you trust that Allah will handle them. This level of self-control is rare, because most people are controlled by their emotions. But those who have real power, they master their emotions. And that's what makes them unstoppable. Sign number 2. You don't let people's words control you. One of the biggest struggles in life, dealing with people, family members who constantly criticize you, friends who don't understand you, co-workers who test your patience every single day. Most people let these things get to them. They overthink, they get emotional, they waste energy trying to win arguments or prove themselves. But you move differently. You've learned that not every battle is worth fighting. You understand that not every comment deserves a reaction. You know that someone else's opinion of you does not define who you are. And this drives people crazy, because they want a reaction out of you. They want to see you angry, upset, affected by their words. But when you remain unshaken, they realize something about you is different. Your confidence isn't fragile. Your peace isn't easily disturbed. Your power isn't dependent on validation from others. And that is strength. Sign number 2. You don't let people's words control you. Continued. Most people need validation. They feel the urge to prove themselves to others, to argue back, to defend their worth. But you remain calm when others provoke you. You stay unbothered by negativity. You refuse to engage in meaningless battles. And when people can't shake you, they don't know what to do. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, part of the perfection of a person's Islam is leaving that which does not concern him. And in the Quran, Allah reminds us, and when the ignorant address them, they say, peace. Quran 25:63. This means real power isn't about proving your worth to others. It's about knowing your worth in front of Allah. Because the truth is, you don't need everyone to like you. You don't need to respond to every insult. You don't need to defend yourself to those who will never understand. And the moment you master this, your peace becomes unshakable. While others are trapped in arguments, insecurities, and emotional battles, you are walking away, focused on what truly matters. Sign number 3. You feel alone even when surrounded by people. Let's be honest, sometimes it feels like no one really understands you. You're surrounded by family, friends, and maybe even hundreds of people online. But deep inside, you feel a strange kind of loneliness. It's as if you're standing in a crowd, screaming, but no one hears you. Why does this happen? Because when you take your faith seriously, something inside you changes. If you buy something new, they buy something even better. If you succeed at something, they rush to achieve something bigger. If people praise you, they desperately seek more attention. And here's the irony. You're not even in this race. You're just living your life. You're just minding your own business. Yet, people constantly compare themselves to you. Why does this happen? Because they sense something powerful within you, something they lack but desperately want. And what is that? Inner peace. The Prophet Muhammad beautifully explained this reality. Richness is not having many possessions, but true richness is the richness of the soul. Your power isn't about having more money, gaining more status, seeking more attention. Your power is about being at peace with yourself, not needing validation from others, living your life without feeling the urge to impress anyone. And this unsettles people, because in a world where people constantly chase approval, they define their worth through comparison. They find happiness in temporary things. They see you, someone who is content, unshaken, and at peace, and it makes them question everything. They wonder, why do they not need validation like I do? And so, instead of seeking inner peace, they try to compete with you, hoping to win a race that doesn't even exist. But the truth is, you're not in competition with anyone. Your only focus is becoming the best version of yourself for the sake of Allah. And that is what makes you truly powerful. Sign number 4. You don't compete, but others compete with you. True richness is richness of the soul. This means that genuine confidence and satisfaction don't come from outdoing others. They come from inner contentment and closeness to Allah. Yet in today's world, most people define success by comparison. They scroll through social media, constantly measuring their lives against others. They compare their looks, their achievements, their possessions, and feel insecure or inadequate. Friendships become silent competitions, leading to stress, envy, and grudges. But the truly powerful believers, they don't participate in this cycle. They don't measure their worth by worldly standards. They measure it by Allah's standards. They understand that their success doesn't diminish someone else's. They know that their blessings don't take anything away from others. Yet, those who are trapped in comparison don't see it that way. Their obsession with competing only exposes their own insecurity. Your refusal to play their game only highlights your strength, because in the end, the real competition isn't with other people. It's with who you were yesterday. Sign number 5. people try to bring you down because they are intimidated by you. Have you ever noticed how some people seem obsessed with criticizing or discouraging you, even when you've done nothing wrong? A relative who constantly finds fault in everything you do. A friend who subtly mocks your dreams. A colleague who undermines your achievements in front of others. You succeed, and they say, "You're just lucky." You show kindness, and they accuse you of having hidden motives. You try something new, and they remind you of all the reasons you will fail. Why do they do this? Because your confidence, positivity, and inner strength intimidate them. They sense that you're headed toward success, happiness, and fulfillment, and it terrifies them. They see that you are moving forward while they are standing still. They feel that your growth exposes their stagnation. Allah explains this mindset clearly in the Quran. They want to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect His light, even though the disbelievers dislike it. Quran 9:32. Let that sink in. Allah reminds us that when people try to bring you down with negativity, criticism, and doubt, it's because your light threatens their darkness. When someone feels inferior, they try to make others feel small. When someone struggles to achieve their goals, they discourage others from reaching theirs. When someone fears being left behind, they'll do anything to hold others back. But Allah also reassures us, and do not lose heart or feel sad. Indeed, you will be superior if you are true believers. Quran 3:139. This means, no matter how much negativity comes your way, Allah promises victory. No matter how much they try to bring you down, Allah promises honor to those who stay patient and faithful. No matter what they say, Allah knows your worth. So remember this clearly. They criticize you because they notice your potential. They discourage you because they fear your success. They try to dim your light because deep down, they know how brightly you shine. True power and humility. Let's be clear. Real power isn't about feeling superior to others. But sadly, we live in a time where many struggle with a hidden spiritual. And if people compete with you, try to bring you down, or make you feel isolated, it's only because your strength reminds them of what they lack. So never dim your light to make others comfortable. Instead, walk confidently, but remain humble. Stay strong, but never arrogant. Trust Allah, but never underestimate your own worth. Because true power isn't in dominance or pride, it's in humility and faith. The danger of arrogance, a hidden spiritual disease. There is a dangerous mindset that can destroy even the strongest of believers. The Prophet Muhammad warned us, no one will enter paradise who has even an atom's weight of arrogance in their heart. Sahih Muslim. When asked to explain arrogance, the Prophet clarified, arrogance is rejecting the truth and looking down on people. This means that feeling good about yourself isn't the issue. The problem begins when self-love turns into arrogance, when you start looking down on others, when you reject sincere advice out of pride, when you believe that you are better than others. And this mindset, it's extremely dangerous. Allah's warning against arrogance. Allah warns us in the Quran, and do not walk on the earth arrogantly. Indeed, you will never tear the earth apart, nor will you reach the mountains in height. Quran 17:37. Think about that for a moment. No matter how much someone thinks they are special, superior, or beautiful, no matter how much wealth, power, or status they have, at the end of the day, they are just human, created from dust. Their true value is not in how the world sees them. Their true value is measured only by their heart and character in front of Allah. What true believers understand, my dear brothers and sisters, true believers understand this clearly. Real beauty lies in humility, kindness, and compassion. Real superiority lies in faith, sincerity, and good character. Real power does not come from being admired by people, but from being beloved by Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the greatest of all humans, was known for his humility. He sat with the poor, he ate with his companions, never considering himself above them. He served others instead of expecting to be served. And he reminded us, the best among you are those who are best in character. Sahih Bukhari. So ask yourself, am I chasing worldly admiration or am I seeking Allah's love? A powerful dua for humility. Make this simple dua today. Ya Allah, remove from my heart any arrogance. Protect me from self-admiration. Bless me with humility, sincerity, and true strength. If this message touched your heart, comment below. Ya Allah, make me humble and beloved to you. Your words might inspire someone else to reflect deeply on their own heart. Final reminder, walk the path of humility. Liking and subscribing cost nothing, but they help spread reminders that bring us all closer to Allah. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it today. Stay connected to humility, for it is the path to true success. May Allah purify our hearts, protect us from arrogance, and grant us a life of true strength and humility. Ameen.